You were born to a small family. They were quite poor, and you had to lean on your garden and some light foraging to get enough food to survive. One day, when you were just short of being full grown, a group came into town. Everyone treated them with respect, and they called themselves Druids, and were in the process of recruiting new members. You spoke to them. They painted a picture that sounded nice, but as of yet had no meaning to you. They are one with nature, and nature aids them in times of peril. In exchange, they keep nature and spread teachings of respect and unity between nature and man. You found your parents' blessing and went off with them. You became an initiate for the Druids. For the most part, this role meant serving and listening to the proper Druids. There were 8 other initiates. Over the course of the first 2 weeks, 5 of them felt this was not the path for them and turned back. You continued to listen to their teachings. You didn't yet understand them on a fundamental level. One day you asked where they kept their food. They showed you that they don't stow any. Instead, they lean on nature to provide it, and it always does. You realize they don't even carry much of anything with them, and almost entirely rely on nature to survive, instead of their own capacity. You take this lesson to heart and begin carrying less and letting go of many of your possessions. Next, you hear in a lesson that they don't wear metal armor. This confuses you, and you ask them to explain it. Metal is the result of pulling an ore out of nature and twisting it to your own ends, and forcing your will on a part of reality best left untouched. You keep this lesson in your mind. Nature has become what you lean on for food and what defends you from danger. One of your peers went missing after that. The group worried to some degree and waited for his hopeful return. At the end of the second day of waiting, he made it back. His leg was broken. He managed to put a splint on it, and for the first time, he harnessed the force of nature and produced good berries in order to get the substance needed to survive and make his way back to camp. Another druid draws upon the same energy of nature and helps his leg heal the rest of the way. After a time, one of the druids suggests a trial to you. He explains it simply. You separate from the group and you survive in the wilderness for 3 days. You have gotten impatient with your inability to develop the powers and decide this may be what you need. The first day, your thoughts are mostly on survival. The second day, your thoughts on how now more than ever before, you have to let go of a portion of your will to manipulate the world around you and lean on the earth to provide for that level of survival. On the third day, you have a dream. Grass, the ocean, the moon. All of it felt instead of seen, and when you wake up you feel, what's the word? How would you explain it to another? Aligned, as if you had synced into the very mind of the world. You have developed the powers now, but you are called to use them sparingly and treat them with careful respect. Soon after, your tribe finds a fallen town. Soon the earth will reclaim it, and this is good. Within the town, you find a walking corpse. A manipulation of necromancy to make an undead soldier. You have never felt so repulsed by the sight of anything. If you are aligned with this world, this foul imitation of life is the exact reverse of that principle. Afterward, you ask the druids how many more creatures that insult the world like this exist. He says many. You depart from them soon after, deeply motivated by the will of the world to purge it of these insults. If you enjoy that, hit subscribe. I'm thinking paladins next. In the meantime, check out Fighter.